Bam! See the fort. Welcome to St. Augustine. So now we're gonna pick up some people and see if we can't make some money. But you'll notice St. Augustine's actually a nice little spot. I just want to show you guys, like, down here is great, but you got to be mindful of the one-way streets. There's a bunch of them. They're really bumpy. They're not quite as even like some of those. That's one way, so you've got to be careful with all that, but it's not too bad though. I like this area. I like driving down here. It's always kind of busy. I actually picked up some locals because I've been coming here since I was a kid, but I live in Jacksonville. But it's so close. I come down here a lot. It always seems to be busy, but Florida, honestly, the season is wintertime. So the summertime, I'd be like, man, it's so hot. But you know, you got all the horses and stuff. That stuff's pretty cool. But that's the thing is, I always say is, I don't know, you got that bridge. That bridge is pretty cool too. But that's what I try to say is, this area, from what they say, is always busy. Now, if you come down here for the Night of Lights, that is awesome. Night of Lights, I tell you what, they do a good job. I had a Christmas lighting business years ago up in Brunswick. We did like 6-7 houses 2 years in a row. We did some pretty big jobs, but what they do here, trust me, I know what they put into that. They definitely got more than 2 people that we had doing it, and we were waiting tables at the same time. So that just goes to show you guys, I've always been an entrepreneur. I like working for people, but at the same time, I'd rather work for myself. I mean, wouldn't you? Only makes sense. That's probably why I got drawn to Uber. But also I waited tables, bartended, so that's why I kind of got drawn to Uber also, is because I'm used to it. So we'll see. But I still ain't got a ride yet. Like, I literally, look at this. Literally, still got that $3 surge. I almost want to pause it and unpause it to see it, maybe I'll break it up. But the problem with that is I'm wasting a coffee cup, which, you know, it really don't matter because I got to stop new requests. So what's the matter, right? So it's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. It was slow earlier. So guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna cherry pick St. Augustine with tourists. And just because Jacksonville's been sucking lately, it's summertime, there ain't no tourists in Jacksonville. They're all in St. Augustine. Good thing about Jacksonville, we live close to St. Augustine. So screw the airport, I ain't going there today. What we're gonna do today, we're going to St. Augustine. So let's go see the fort. Let's go see, you know, I forget other stuff down there, but I've been going there since I was a kid. But hey, let's go make some money. Because tell you what, Jacksonville's been sucking lately. I'm tired of dealing with the airport. Everybody else wants to sit there. I'm gonna go drive around, pick up some tourists, make some tips, meet some new people, and maybe they're watching this channel now, because I know some of them were. So you guys have a good day. Like and subscribe if you want to. If not, just keep watching. And you know what? Let's get into this episode. So there is like a little surge, but I'm not gonna go try to catch it because it's kind of up out of the way. Where I started at, I stopped at 7-Eleven. They got cheap gas. They're like brand new store, just opened, I guess, so they have like a little special. So always take advantage of that. But that's why I'm gonna go on Instagram and try to show people, hey, there's some cheap gas, because you know, as an Uber driver, we always know where the cheap gas is, or you just don't drive enough, or you just don't pay attention. Because I'll tell you what, I know where all the cheap gas is. But besides all that, I'm not gonna try to catch that surge, because really it's just up and out of the way for $1.75. It is not worth it. So, and there's actually no surges anywhere else. So where we're gonna be going, it's gonna be this little area. That's St. Augustine. Downtown is gonna be that little area right there. That's where like the fort is, the beach, stuff like that. It's good though. And then you got people that are just impatient, that just pass me when really I'm going like 40 miles an hour. You're not going any farther. That really annoys me sometimes, because you're gonna pass me just to pull in front of me to sit in a line behind people. And you can see, look, they're just sitting there with some more people. That make no sense. But that just goes to show some people just ain't got no patience, or they're just idiots. They're in a rush to go nowhere. Because look, I'm an Uber driver. All I do is drive around. I see all these people drive like that. It's crazy. But hey, I don't know what people have gotten in their minds lately, but people just don't drive like they used to. They drive crazier. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna catch that little surge. That is St. Augustine, and I'm gonna catch that, see where it takes me. So what I do, I go online, then I immediately pause it, and you can see it on my CarPlay. Now I'm actually gonna turn right here because this is like a little back road. I want to catch the surge just in case it does happen to disappear. It's only like $3. So I took this little shortcut. I know this area. That's where it pays to kind of know your area, but sometimes, trust me, I know you don't know the area. But I caught this surge. I'm gonna swoop back out. Actually, I'm just gonna turn on and just see where it takes me. Now, once it actually loads up on my thing, that's $3 off the rip. So we're just gonna see what kind of ride I get. Watch my luck, it'd be an airport trip. It is 5 o'clock. Just so you know too, you don't always have to go to that $3 to catch the full surge, but if it is one of those like 14 or 20 crazy like high surges, you're probably gonna have to be like right on top of it. Sometimes you just can't get to it, so sometimes just get what you can. That's all you gotta do, just get as much as you can. Luckily, when I came in on this side, literally as soon as I crossed the surge zone, it literally gave me the full $3. So, and there's, you know, the weird thing is sometimes it draws you to that area. And this has only really been kind of recently, it won't give you the surge. So what I'll do is I'll drive out of the area, and either the first ride it gives me is good, like first exclusive ride, match, doesn't matter, but first exclusive ride, if it gives it to me, if it's good, I'll take it. If it's not, and I really kind of want to keep the surge, then I have to cancel immediately just to keep the surge. That's the trick. That's how you keep a surge. That's why my cancellation rate's high. It's because I'll get a good surge. Now, $3 is not that great, but really, I don't want to lose it. So if it sends me a crazy, like, crappy ride, I'm definitely not going to take it. I'll just take it and cancel it. That's why I don't have advantage mode, which I could care less about advantage mode, because to me, advantage mode does not necessarily pay more. So I'm not going to worry about stressing to keep some type of tier that honestly does me no good. Honestly, that's just common sense. Or it's not really common sense, I hate to say it like that, but it just makes sense, because there is no point for me to take something that's gonna do nothing for me. You know, that's why they create that stuff, just so you know, they create that stuff just so you guys stress about it and they can control you. It's all about control. So let me go. I don't want to keep wasting your time talking about stuff I've already talked about. Let's see what I catch. So it's been like maybe almost 10 minutes. I literally circled back around to the highway through a neighborhood, so that, you know, that kind of takes a minute. Still not a ride. So that goes to show you, sometimes surge does not mean there's a ride there. And that means either maybe there's a couple drivers got there, somebody else gave, maybe they didn't have enough drivers there, but they do have rides over there. People do have trouble sometimes getting rides, but really no reason to really be in that area unless you're driving through, because it's just one of those off the beaten path neighborhood areas that I give rides to quite often, but I don't really go down there just to catch that surge. I just happen to be in the area. And trust me, there's plenty of them all the time. Sometimes I catch those, usually, especially maybe this time or earlier, that's usually a ride to the airport. But that's why if you live in Nocatee, you probably should do a reservation. It's a lot easier, but I'm sure you catch people from Ponte Vedra or drivers over there. But let's just go a little advice if you're watching this. But it still ain't called a ride, so I don't think I'm gonna make it to St. Augustine before. I'm in St. Augustine, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to St. Augustine before I get a ride, because it's gotta be busy. I mean, St. Augustine's tourists, it's always busy. So it shows you how slow it is on Wednesday. I got one ride request. It was not exclusive, it was a match. $20 to go all the way up to like Beach Boulevard. I don't even think I was that close to that person either. And it was a comfort ride, but with the $3 surge comfort ride to go that far at 5:30, going through Nocatee traffic, nah, I'm good on that. Now, if it had been like $30, I'd probably have done it, but $20, I already know how the traffic in that area at between 5 and 6 o'clock is. It's a nightmare, no matter which direction you're going. And they lived like in Nocatee, I believe. So getting back out of Nocatee is definitely a nightmare. I learned that yesterday when I took late to the airport. So definitely not want to do that, not for 20 bucks. So unfortunately, sometimes even though it looks like, oh, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, you got to pay attention to what time of day where you're at. Sometimes it's really not really worth it. But I will say though, if you're in traffic, it does take longer. It could increase the ride, so that $20 could have turned into $30. So there is always that. I don't control that, Uber does. I don't know where it decides like, oh, we're gonna increase the price. That's on Uber. I'm not complaining if they increase the price, obviously, because, you know, it helps me out, but we don't control that. I'm definitely not intentionally going slow to try to get your price to go up. No, I'm just trying to get you to wherever in the shortest way possible. Not as fast as possible, because I'm not trying to speed, but I'm like definitely not trying to take my time, but definitely trying to take the shortest route, because I know how people is. I know people aren't really trying to blow money, so it's not like you're ordered Uber Black and you just got money to blow or whatever. So I always understand that. I always try to help people out, but I'm gonna have to do some research. I'll do a video on like why Uber increases the ride at what point. I can do some research. I can figure it out. I don't know if I'll have the exact facts or formula, but I'll have the basic idea for you guys. That might be the next video. We'll see. But I still ain't got a ride yet. It's been like 20 minutes, because I know to get from where I was at to the airport in St. Augustine, which is not like you're not gonna pick nobody up from there, but it's like a private airport. You might, but definitely not a waiting lot. But it's been like 20 minutes. I only had that one ride request. I mean, I still got $3 surge, and I have not canceled anything. I ain't done nothing, so it's kind of weird. Usually going to St. Augustine, you at least, well, I usually go at night, so usually it's people going to the bar downtown. So, but once I get into St. Augustine, that area there's be a lot of tourists, so I should get a good bit of rides. We're gonna try and cherry pick. We're just actually gonna try and just give some decent rides. When I say cherry pick, I don't know how many surges I'll get or whatever, but I definitely not gonna try to. I'll take some whatever rides, because the tourists tip here. Now this area, I know like Disney, totally different strategy. But in St. Augustine, these tourists, like 90% of them, I want to say tip. Like most of them tip. Now if you get some of the locals working for one of the restaurants, they might not necessarily tip, but you know, most of them do. Usually when you get restaurant people, they usually do tip. But at the same time, they're working the same way we are, trying to make money, so I don't really fault people for not tipping unless I pull you up to like a mansion or something and you got like way more money than I do and you could really afford to tip. Then it's kind of like, really? Like, are you that cheap? But, you know, and then again, it's whatever. I don't pick that fare up hoping there's a tip, or not. I do hope there's a tip. I always hope there's a tip, but I don't expect a tip. I just say, you know what? Hopefully they'll tip. Because even if everybody just tipped a little bit, make more money. But let's see when I catch a ride, because I just kind of got bored for a second. Sorry, but we'll see what happens. Also, if you get a reservation thrown to you as a ride, when you have a surge, it will not give you the surge. Pay attention. If it says reserve ride, just don't take it. I mean, unless it's good enough that you want to take it. If the surge isn't that much, that's fine. But just, that's how you can lose a surge. So pay attention to that, because they have already quoted a price. They're not going to give you the surge on top of it. So if it's good, it's a reserve, don't take it unless it's good by itself. So, because they do pay a little fee for it. So it could be a little bit more, but it could be about the same. But always pay attention to that. You'll be, it'll take that surge from you. It will throw that at you sometimes. And most of those reserves, if it's thrown at you, it's probably not worth it. What it could be too, though, is the fact that I got a $3 surge. Uber doesn't want to give me the rides, because now Uber's going to actually pay me more out of the cut. So if you ever do take a surge, it might most likely going to send you rides that aren't as good, because it's paying you more of a cut and it's not meaning to. Because when you're in the surge zone, you catch a ride, it's charging that customer more money. When you're not in a surge zone, it's just charging. So it could raise the rate if it needs to. Sometimes, I don't really know if it really does. Like, I just know when we have a surge, we get paid more, so I'm not really even positive that it costs them more money. Like, we don't control the price at the end of the day, but Uber will manipulate them, because there's times when it will charge them a lot of money and really pay us nothing. And then there's some times where it will charge them and it will pay us a whole lot of money. So it's just no rhyme or reason. I just try to make sure I got a good cut. That's why I try to teach you guys. But I still don't have a ride. I'm not going to go offline. There is no surge, so busy. But even if the surge don't mean nothing, you see, I just throw through how much surge zone areas. Literally, it's been 30 minutes, and I've had one ride request, and it wasn't even an exclusive. It was a match. I could have clicked on it. Could have been a fake ride. Could have been like, oh, match taken. So that doesn't even really mean anything. But I guess what I'm going to do is circle back around, because St. Augustine's not that big down here, so I'll get a ride at some point. So this is crazy. Literally, it's, I want to say, close to an hour. Still got that surge. I had a multiple stop request for like $10 pop up. So yeah, I took it. I've been waiting forever. Multiple stop, whatever, no big deal. It's not that far, whatever, right? $10. Okay, great. All requests taken. Fake ride. I'm like, really? Like, I can't even, literally can't even get a ride. Like, this is weird. And I don't know if it's the actual surge is doing that, but that surge, I was in that area for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, no ride. So for whatever reason, I had 2 requests in about past hour. I mean, it's just dead. I mean, I don't know. Definitely in advantage mode. But that goes to show too that I gotta put my seatbelt on. I wish this thing would stick like that. I'd ride around, be talking to you guys, be like, yo, what's up? Yeah, but actually I do have a thing where I could do it on the window, but I don't know if people would like it so much because of the fact they already get weird sometimes. Well, actually, they don't get weird with the dash cam. Most people don't even pay attention, but I mean, all I do, I keep it for a couple days, I delete it. But I ain't got no rides. It's kind of crazy. But I got a new dash cam coming where it's like right above me. It actually has an app, so it's like a lot better, but that's coming before I leave. That one's just, it's got more memory, got better quality video. I don't have to use this as much. And it comes with an app. The one I bought, I made the mistake of not doing it. I love how people stop. You know, people really can't drive. It really frustrates me, because it's like, who are you to like rush off like that? Like, are you more important than me? Are you really more important to me? Because I'm not driving that slow. I'm driving the speed limit. I'm an Uber driver, so do you want me to be speeding, flying around? I don't think so. You wouldn't want to ride in my car, would you? So I don't do that. But it's just people, I don't understand them sometimes. But I'm still waiting for a ride, so eventually this will get a little bit more entertaining. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. I hope that so. I want to make some money. At the same time, it's whatever. It could just be a day off and I just film some stuff. I think this is the longest amount of time that I've ever had a surge on my account and not gotten a ride. Like, this is almost like an actual whole video itself with, I never got a ride today. Like, I'm probably gonna do that. Watch, like, see if you guys are watching this. I didn't get a ride today. Like, I'm gonna end the summary and I'll show you online. Like, look at my online time, my driving time, 10 hours and 30 minutes. Like, I've been online for a minute. I've been online for a minute and no ride requests. That's crazy. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just driving in circles. I'm wasting more gas than I am, like, literally doing anything else. And you can see, look, I'm in a busy area, like ABC. Like, there's a bunch of stores here. Like, should I turn on Uber Eats and do some deliveries? No. But probably make more money doing deliveries at this point in time. I think I went in the wrong one. But oh, this is the right one. That's just weird. Like, literally, I have never gone this long and not had a ride. Like, I had 2 trips, both were matches. I took one of them, didn't give it to me. The other one I did take, but that's it. No exclusive requests. And just because you get sent a match does not mean you actually got a trip that could just, it could, because most of the time when you get a match, it doesn't even give it to you, so it's pointless. But it's a Wednesday. It sucks. I hate summertime, man. Summer sucks. Kind of bored now. Now I'm debating on just go film something else. Maybe go walk around and talk to some people. I mean, I probably make more money standing on a corner panhandling right now than I would be driving around. And I'm joking about that because I wouldn't do it, but it just doesn't make no sense. Like, it's almost like being in the restaurant and you're like the closer. Oh my God, I got a ride to Palatka. And I have to take it. And I'm in the turning lane. Nah, I canceled that ride. I'm not driving 10 miles out the way to drive 30 miles south to another city. Like, I'll stay in St. Augustine or I'll go back to Jacksonville, but I'm not going to Palatka. That's not happening. I don't care if it's $18. See, look, $9, a little short trip. That's half the money, and I'm only driving 2 miles. That's how you do it. So this is actually one of those depressing type of times of an Uber driver, where you're literally getting no rides. Now, I'm in St. Augustine, usually kind of busy, but like even just somebody to come from work, I don't know, but I usually work here on the weekend. I usually work here at night. It's a Wednesday. Maybe, I guess since Jacksonville's slow, shoot, maybe I should have just went to Orlando today. At least Orlando would have had some cars or some rides, but it's been crazy lately. I don't know what to do, really. Go to the pawn shop? No, just kidding, but I just seen it because there's a pawn right here. But no, this is just crazy, man. Like, but that's how it is with an Uber driver. Some days, like, sometimes it's just slow. Like, not even nobody needs a ride. I mean, I don't know. I'm used to the summer actually sucks. I'm used to the winter where it's like kind of busy because you get a lot of people for the holidays. Summertime, it's just so hot. But, you know, usually people ordering rides to go to work. I mean, there were surges, which makes you wonder, like, okay, if there's a surge, why is there nobody there? That's what I never understood. But it is what it is. Maybe I should go to Daytona. Just keep driving south. See what I can get. So now, that's why I say earlier I lost that reservation that was like $86 or whatever, and that might have been a great reservation, but it was far distance. And I always say maybe I didn't get it for a reason. Well, guess what popped up on the way home? Because I wasn't getting any more rides. I was gonna go home, upload this so I can show you guys. I like to be transparent. Got to show you the ups and the downs. Can't always just show you the up, make it seem like it's better than it's not. I want it to be real, so I got to show you the downs too. But look what happened. Got a reservation for $42, and it is going to Ponte Vedra, which will be really closer to where I live. Not really right around the corner, basically. I'm in that area where it's at. So that makes it a lot easier. Then it's just, hey, I go drive around a little bit or I go home, but at least that's a little boost to that slow day. It's only made like $9.80, but that just goes to show you guys. I missed out on that one reservation that was double, but I was going way, way, way past my house. This one's basically right around the corner. There you go. And I'm getting half the money plus probably a tip, hopefully. I don't even know if this is a comfort reservation. No, it's just actually a regular Uber, but the person's they got actually, I think I know that person. It seems familiar, especially because it's the area and the name. But that's, you know, I do a lot of business people, so there's a good chance probably somebody I know, not somebody I know, but somebody I've done before. Once you do it for a while, you start to pick up the same people. But regardless of that, go home, upload this real quick. I'll go drive around a little bit so that I'm not just going straight to the airport. Make a little extra money, and then bam, get that reservation. And that's why it goes to show. Sometimes you miss out on something. You're like, dang, I really wanted that. But maybe something else better pops up that makes more sense and comes later. So that's why you always got to say, you know what? If you missed out on something, maybe you were just slow, does happen, or maybe it was just meant for a reason. So not always a waste, slow day, but it's all good. I wanted to be able to show, but at least I get to show you guys, like, look, it's not always great. No matter how much strategy, no matter how much you do, you just can't always factor in just being slow, plain slow, you know. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Appreciate it, guys. Also too, don't worry about buying me a coffee, all that stuff. I was looking the other day when I was stopping, right, and I see these dudes, you know, at the stoplights always begging for money, and I'm like, you know, I see these guys, they get a little aggravating because it's like, you know, I'm sitting there working and you guys just want to stand there and ask for money all day. And then I started thinking about it. Well, what's the difference? You guys don't really know me. You haven't been watching me that long. And then for me to sit there and say, hey, donate, it's kind of like almost in the same regards, same thing in a way. So don't worry about that. At some time, if you feel like I earned it, you want to do it, that's great. The link's on there. I just had it set up. But besides that, the products and stuff, the grid-wise, that stuff will actually help you if you want to do that. I get a little bit of it. It's an affiliate partnership. That I do appreciate. But besides that, I just like you guys watching. If you want to like, if you want to subscribe, I appreciate that also. But hey, at the end of the day, just keep watching. I just want to help you guys. So don't worry about the other stuff. I just sometimes got to try things out. I see other people do it, so I try it out. Can't hurt to at least have it set up, but you know, I still got to earn that. So don't worry about it. I do appreciate you guys watching it, though. I just really want to kind of help you guys. But that's why I try to show you guys. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're low. No matter what you do, you can't always make it just be busy. It's just how it is. So that's why I try to be transparent, try to be different than other channels, show you guys what it's really like being an Uber driver, especially when you do it full time. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It did kind of suck, but look, it worked out, got a good ride. Maybe I'll make some more money later on, but that probably will, I definitely will make some money because I'm going to go drive around. But I can edit this probably really quick. Shouldn't be too hard, too many effects or anything like that. I've actually gotten a lot better with it, and that's the thing I try to show you guys. Maybe some things happen, point you down a path, but you know what? If you work with it, you stay with it, you never know. You might enjoy that path that left you down, regardless whether it seems like it's a good one at the moment. Maybe you learn some new skills, whatever. That's what I've done. So hey, I enjoy it, I have fun. Hopefully eventually I can make some money so I can make more content. But thank you guys. You guys enjoy. I'm gonna go upload this and then try to get back out here so I can make some money before that 10 o'clock reservation, but it might end up being a little bit later, but I already know that, so it's all good. Have a good night, guys. Hope you guys made some money because I know I ain't make much, but hey, still hurt.